In this video, I'm going to show you how to get cash back on gas in the Lyft driver app. This is essentially getting free money for something you have to buy anyway. First thing you have to do is click the icon at the bottom of your Lyft driver app and then go to get cash back with gas. Now, once you do, a bunch of different kind of icons are going to pop up. This is specific based off the gas station. When you zoom more in, you'll then see different ones around you and everything, right? Some of them giving you cash back more than others. So some are as low, I don't think you can go lower than this, as 1 cent per gallon cash back. The highest I've seen, it does fluctuate, even in the same day, by the way, the highest I've seen was 25 cents. Which is weird though, is when I went to film and record my phone for this video, the highest I could find at the exact moment I did that was 24 cents, right? So let's say 25 cents maximum I've seen. Maybe it could be higher, but that's the highest I have seen. And in order to kind of get access to this feature and get that money, all you have to do is make sure that you have a credit card in your Lyft driver account, and then it's linked. So you have to make sure that, like, say, when you go to that gas station, you pop it up, you hit that, you're gonna go to that gas station and pump gas. What's gonna happen is there's gonna be like a window, like a few hour window. Lyft will ask you saying, hey, you have to enter in your credit card if you've not done so yet, to link a credit card to your Lyft driver app. Then when you go to pay for gas, make sure you don't use cash, make sure you don't use, like, say, a different debit card, make sure you use that exact same credit card that is linked to your account. And in roughly about 3 to 10 days, you will get money in your account. It's basically getting free money because you're getting cash back for something you have to pay for anyway. Now, you may be wondering, is this worth it though? I'm going to be very honest. I like to be very honest in all my videos. Yes and no. On one end, it is truly free money. It is truly free money. You know that as long as you do everything correctly, and it's pretty easy to do, to be honest. You just have to make sure you have that correct credit card linked. You get cash back. This can also add up of, like, say, you get points on your credit card and then you're also getting that cash back. So this can add up, but by how much, right? If, like, say, you get 1 cent cash back, which I feel like, I gotta be honest, no offense to Lyft. I mean, it is still free money, but I feel like it's almost a bit of an insult because I'm like, wait a minute, 1 cent cash back. If I buy 100 gallons of gas, I get $1 back. All right, now, when you get into the 25-cent range, okay, maybe a little bit more. Like for my current car that I have, my Ford Transit, I think it holds, 14 gallons. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's around like 14 gallons. So for 14 gallons, I'm looking at getting, if I say were to fill up my tank, an extra $3.50. So like say if I fill up my gas tank 10 times, I'm getting back roughly about 35 bucks if I, like say, fill it up 10 times. Now that is pretty decent, right? But you're still kind of doing the math of being like, okay, well, yeah, I'm getting 25 cents per, gallon. And if I have to completely fill up my tank of 14 gallons, I'm getting about $3.50 back. But if the gas station is a 5 or 10 minute drive for me, that's, 10 minutes round trip or potentially 20 minutes round trip. Is that worth just $3.50? I think right now, at least at the exact time of this video, I think I spend between, depends. Gas in LA is kind of expensive. $70-ish dollars. So as opposed to me, let's say, spending $70 to fill my tank, because I get cash back, I really only now spend $67 or $66. Is that worth it or not? I guess it depends on how you look at it. Now, granted, if you're driving full time and you're really, getting a ton of gas because you're driving nonstop, it can add up, right? And I almost look at it as like, I don't know, some random money to be like, oh, I got an extra $20 this past month. That's what, like a couple drinks at the bar here in LA, or you could use that $20 for, I don't know, something random, right? So I don't think this is the kind of money that you're gonna be like, whoa, I just made a ton amount from getting cash back. It's more of something that you're like, hey, it's an extra $20 here. Not gonna go crazy, but it's still free money nonetheless. Now, one last thing I do want to say is if, like, say, you're watching this video being like, all right, Mark, I get the whole cash back thing that is useful, but like, 1 cent cash back. After 100 gallons, I get $1. Not worth it to me. I do suggest to a lot of drivers to get a gas credit card. I have to stress, like I always do, I'm a former accountant, but I'm not your accountant. So I want to stress that getting to the realm of credit cards can get a bit tricky, right? And yes, Lyft does have the Lyft debit card, or the Lyft Direct, I think is what they call it. But one thing I do suggest is, let's say there's one particular gas station chain in your area that's very, very popular, and you go to them pretty much almost all day, every day, especially if you're driving full time, you get way more perks getting a gas credit card. And again, make sure, again, you're very safe and responsible, right? Because like I've said in a few videos I've done about finance and accounting, if you get a credit card and it says $5,000 limit, there are some people who might be like, ooh, $5,000 limit. And then you forget that you, let's say, pay a bunch of stuff off or you use it for a bunch of stuff. And next thing you know, you have $4,000 of debt on the credit card. Remember, credit card companies make their money by you not spending your bills correctly, in a sense, or not paying it off right away. So they make money from the interest, right? I know this is kind of credit cards 101, but I do want to mention on this video, because if you are safe and responsible with money and having a credit card, and you are looking for ways to get more perks or just more free stuff for buying stuff you have to buy anyway, a gas credit card, especially for rideshare drivers, is a really valuable tool, because if you're constantly going to the gas station and filling up your tank, yes, the cash back on the Lyft driver app is free money, but like I showed you, in the best case scenario, at least from what I've seen, in the best case scenario for my car, if I fill up my tank, I'm only getting back $3.50 every time I fill it up. Now that can end up, like I said, if like you fill up your tank 10 times a week, that's an extra $35, for example, that you're getting a week. So that can add up, and I'm not saying it can't. But if anything, I would actually suggest, if you are looking for, again, more perks, more ways to get cash back, et cetera, to get a gas credit card, and maybe even combine both. Like, say you get I don't know, I remember this was like very popular in Boston, like a Gulf credit card, for example. Use that credit card to get all the perks and stuff like that, because, hey, you're getting a bunch of gas anyway. You connect that gas card now to your Lyft driver app. So you're almost kind of double dipping in a sense, getting more free money, because, hey, if you're driving full-time, especially for my full-time drivers, or let's say you just drive a lot in general, right? And you're paying a lot of money in gas, if you get, let's say, a gas credit card or do Lyft cash back when it comes to the driver app, or a combination of both, it's a way to essentially get free money.